Did you walk downriver towards where Nick was?
Sí.
Yes.
As you were walking there, what did you see?
Pues primero estábamos bien lejos, no sé exactamente la distancia, pero estábamos lejos.
Well, at first we were very far away. I don't know the distance exactly, but we were very far away.
So, yo empiezo a caminar y iba con mi cerveza en la mano.
So I started walking. I had my beer on my hand.
Y que me voy acercando un poquito, veo que
And I was getting closer a little bit.
alguien Nick estaba cerca de un grupo de personas.
And I saw
jóvenes.
that Nick was close or near a group of people, young people.
Y lo que yo entendía de esa distancia es que le estaban haciendo bromas a él.
And what I was able to understand from the distance where I was at is that they were joking or
Bullying.
bullying him.
Alguien le quitó el snorkel y lo tiró río abajo, algo así.
Somebody had taken his snorkel and had thrown it down the river, something like that.
Es lo que iba viendo yo mientras me iba acercando.
That's what I was seeing as I was getting closer.
Entonces, yo iba pensando que era solamente un juego para ellos.
And so then I was thinking that it was just a game for them.
Pero cuando me voy acercando más,
But as I got closer,
veo que muchas personas le empiezan a golpear.
I see that many people started hitting him.
Let me stop you there for a second. Can you describe when you say they were
Déjame detener.
hitting them? Was it with their hands, their feet, their knees, fists? Can you just tell me what you saw?
Con las manos.
With the hands.
One person, more than one person?
Varias personas, eran muchas personas alrededor.
Several people. There were many people around.
And when you saw them hit Nick, what happened to Nick? Did he stay standing or did something else happen?
Creo que recuerdo que él se cayó al río.
I
Agua.
remember that he fell to the river, to the water.
What happened? What did you see next after Nick had fallen into the water?
Creo que alguien lo estaba como que hundiendo,
I
echando por abajo.
think that somebody was kind of like pushing him down.
Pero todavía sigo yo acercándome, pero iba yo prácticamente caminando.
But I was still getting closer, but I was basically walking.
As you got closer, what did you see next?
Cuando me fui acercando, vi que alguien empezó a sangrar.
As I was getting closer, I saw that somebody started bleeding.
What do you remember next?
Después vi a Nick, estaba como parado. Yo vengo por acá, él estaba como a mi izquierda.
Then I saw, Nick was kind of standing up. I was over here. He was to my left.
Y creo que vino una mujer hacia él a
And I-
golpearlo.
Repita, ¿a golpearlo, dijo?
Una mujer vino hacia arriba de él a golpearlo.
Oh, and I believe a woman came over towards him to hit him.
And then what did you see?
Nick respondió, pero, se defendió,
Nick,
pero
responded. He defended himself.
Ya había muchas personas alrededor
There were many people around,
y fue muy rápido lo que vi.
and what I saw was happened really quickly, really fast.
Entonces, creo que llegué después donde estaba Nick.
And I think later I went to where Nick was, or I got to where Nick was.
And when you got to where Nick was, what'd you do or what'd you see?
Yo solo vi que él estaba, creo que se había levantado.
I only saw that he was, I think he had gotten up.
Yo le topé el brazo a él,
I touched his arm,
pero en ese momento ya había mucha sangre frente de mí de las otras personas.
but at that moment there was a lot of blood right in front of me, blood that belonged to the other people.
So, esto pasó muy rápido, solamente estoy tratando de decir lo que más recuerdo.
That happened very quickly. I'm just trying to say what I remember the most.
Entonces nos regresamos.
So we went back.
Was it hard for you to make sense of what you were seeing and what was happening?
Sí, era muy rápido.
Yes, it was very fast.
Había muchas personas alrededor y mucho disturbio.
There were many people around. There was a big disturbance.
Y es un poco difícil asimilar lo que había pasado.
And it is a little difficult to assimilate or what had happened or to let it sink in.
Are you able now, after some time, to pick out every detail? Or do you just remember what you've said?
No, solamente recuerdo eso que estoy diciendo.
No, I only remember that, what I am telling you now.
Ya ha pasado algún tiempo ya.
Because some time already went by.
So, cuando caminamos para atrás,
So when we walked back,
Please wait. Question, please.
What happened next?
¿puedo seguir?
can I continue?
Yes, you may.
So, cuando empezamos a caminar para atrás,
When we started walking back,
yo en dirección recta para el grupo.
in the direction towards the group, straight towards the group,
So, iba yo voy a mi izquierda y Nick va a la derecha.
I was on the left side, Nick was on the right side.
En ese momento que hemos caminado un poco,
And at that moment, when we had walked a little,
veo yo que sale de la otra orilla del río el joven con la herida en el estómago.
I see that on the other side of the river was the young man with the injury to his stomach.
Y estaba gritando,
He was shouting,
lo que me hiciste, lo estaba como gritándole a Nick.
"Look what you did to me." He was kind of yelling or shouting at Nick.
Y en ese momento el muchacho cayó al agua.
And at that moment, the young guy fell to the water.
So, entonces seguimos caminando.
So we continued walking,
So, yo me dirigí hacia el grupo.
and I kept going towards the group,
Nick siguió a la otra orilla del río derecho.
and Nick kept going to the other side of the river, straight.
Did you see Nick do anything at the other side of the river?
Ya yo no le presté no lo seguí mirando yo a él porque fui con mi novia.
I did not keep keep an eye on him because I went to see my girlfriend.
Did you see Nick? Did Nick join you back at the tubes where your group of friends were?
Sí,
Yes.
At some other point when you're walking back to the tubes, did anybody yell or scream or run up near where you were?
había muchas personas gritando y corriendo. Sí,
There-
iban varios como para el grupo de nosotros. No llegaron cerca, solamente caminaron un poco hacia nosotros.
There were many people
Gritando,
running
pero
and
no recuerdo qué decían.
screaming. Some people came towards our group, but they didn't get too close. I don't remember what they were just yelling and screaming, and I don't remember what they were saying.
Did you respond to them in any way?
No, nunca.
No, I did not.
Did you see Ernesto or Sergio or Nick or anyone else from your group respond to them in any way?
No.
No.
When you were back at the tubes, I want to ask you questions about that, okay? Did you get a chance to kind of make some observations of Nick? Did you see him?
Sí, un poco.
Yes, somewhat.
What did he look like?
Como asustado, como pálido.
He looked like kind of scared, pale.
Those are the only questions I have. Thank you.
Mr. Anderson?
Ariel, is it fair that you're pretty uncomfortable testifying here today?
No,
No?
You don't, you're comfortable up there on the stand?
no entiendo su pregunta.
I don't understand your question.
Ernesto is your uncle?
Mi primo.
My cousin.
Cousin, okay. And he's best friends with Nick.
Sí.
Yes.
Are you friends with Nick, or do you just know Nick through Ernesto?
Se pudiera ser que amigos, no cercanos, pero ya forma de ser amigos.
It could be said that we're friends, not close friends, but kind of friends.
I want to walk through your testimony. So you saw the young guys, the boys, knock the goggles out of Nick's hands?
Eso fue lo que pude distinguir, lo primero que distinguí.
That's what I was able to distinguish. That's the first thing that I distinguished.
And you were already walking towards Nick when you saw that?
Ya estaba caminando hacia Nick.
Were you already walking towards Nick when you saw that?
Sí, iba empezando a caminar.
Yes, I was starting to walk.
And the young guys were still in their tubes, right?
Oh, no le puedo decir. No sé,
No.
no recuerdo.
I cannot answer that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Se supone, Creo que estaban parados alrededor de Nick, creo.
I think they were standing up around Nick, I think.
So they're standing around Nick, and they knocked his goggles out of his hands as you were walking up.
Sí.
Yes.
Did you see Nick run up to those young guys before that happened?
La verdad no.
I really didn't know.
Okay. So the next, what was the next thing you saw?
¿Qué es lo siguiente que vio, pues? ¿Qué es lo que vio después de eso?
Pues como le dije, yo no iba prestando mucha atención porque pensaba que estaban jugando con él, que estaban haciendo bullying.
Well, like I said before, I wasn't paying too much attention because I thought they were just playing with him. They were just bullying him.
But you're already walking over there because you thought he was in trouble, right?
Iban caminando hacia allá para ver qué problemas había, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
So you didn't think it was, they were just playing. You already were
Ustedes ya
worried about him?
pensaba que nada más eran bromas, estaba preocupado de algo, ¿verdad?
Cuando iba llegando más cerca, sí, porque vi que lo estaban golpeando.
When I was getting closer, yes, because I saw that they were hitting him.
Pero eran muchas personas alrededor.
But there were many people around him.
But why were you walking there
Porque iba caminando.
if you weren't worried about him until you saw him getting hit?
Se preocupaba sino hasta que lo vio golpeado.
Fue en la forma que actué por mis nervios.
It was the way that I reacted because I was nervous
About what?
Por lo que estaba pasando.
because of what was happening.
What was happening that made you start walking over there before you saw
¿Qué es lo que
his goggles get knocked out?
que usted quisiera caminar para allá antes de que le quitaran sus goggles?
No entiendo su pregunta.
I don't understand your question.
Antes de que pasara eso, yo no había visto nada yo.
Before that happened, I had not seen anything.
You said you were walking over, and as you're walking over, you saw the goggles get knocked out of his hand, right?
Y vio que le tiraron los goggles.
Sí,
Yes.
And you were walking over there because you were worried about Nick, right?
Se preocupaba de Nick.
sí.
Yes.
What happened before the goggles
¿Y qué pasó?
that made you start walking over there?
¿Qué causó que usted quisiera caminar?
Did you see anything that
¿Vio
happened
usted
before
algo
that?
antes que hizo caminar hacia allá?
Yo empecé a caminar allá cuando su esposa dijo que él estaba en problemas.
I started to walking in that direction when his wife said that he was in trouble.
Okay. So, wife said he's in trouble. You start walking there, you see his goggles knocked out of his hands.
Goggles
While they're all standing up, what did you see
todos
next?
están parados y después que vio usted.
Después que le quitan los galgos, como que ya le estaban dando golpes.
After they took the goggles from him, it was kind of like they were starting to hit him, to give him blows.
And you said several people before.
Digo
Does that
que
mean
eran varias personas.
3, 4, 5?
3, 4, 5, ¿cuántos eran?
No lo puedo decir, no me recuerdo cuántas personas eran.
No, I can't answer that. I don't remember how many people.
And are you far away and still walking there at this point?
Estaba
Sí, todavía estaba lejos.
Yes, I was still far away.
Okay. Like, were you closer than when you saw the goggles get knocked off?
¿Estaba usted más cerca cuando vio que le quitaron los ojos?
Eso fue al principio de yo empezar a caminar.
Repita, por favor.
Eso fue al principio que yo empezaba a caminar.
That was at the beginning when I had just started walking.
When people were hitting Nick,
Cuando la muchacha estaba pegándole a Nick.
what kind of strikes were they? What do you remember?
¿Se acuerda qué golpes eran?
Pues manotazos con las manos.
Well, like
Like,
slapping him with the hands.
What was he standing?
¿Y él
or what was
estaba
he doing?
parado o en qué posición estaba él?
pues él estaba parado.
He was standing.
Okay. And then what happened?
Luego, ¿qué pasó?
What do you remember next?
¿Qué recuerda después de eso?
Pues alguien lo tumbó.
Well, somebody knocked him down.
Okay. And then you said
Y luego
he got up and defended himself?
se levantó y se defendió.
Pues es lo siguiente que vi. Pues lo que pude ver entre todas las personas que había.
Well, that's what I saw next. What I was able to see with all the people that were there.
What do you mean he defended himself? What did you see?
¿Qué quiere decir que se estaba defendiendo él? ¿Qué es lo que vio?
Yo vi lo que ¿Me puedes repetir la pregunta?
I
por
saw
favor?
that. Can you repeat the question, please?
You said you saw him defend himself.
Dice
What did you see?
que lo vio, que se estaba defendiendo él. ¿Qué es lo que vio?
Yo vi que cuando él se defendió, es que esto pasó muy rápido, entonces no puedo como qué pasó primero, qué pasó después.
I saw that when he defended himself. Well, it's because this happened so quickly. I really can't tell exactly when it happened.
Cuando yo ya estaba más cerca, lo vi que una muchacha lo fue a atacar.
When I was closer, I saw that a girl went to attack him.
Y él se defendió, no sé, respondió.
And he
Pero-
defended himself. He responded.
Pero
¿Cómo?
pues yo pienso con las manos, pero no.
Well, I think that with his hands, but
Pero fue muy rápido.
it happened so quickly.
Then what happened?
¿Y luego qué pasó?
Pues cuando ya llegué cerca, empiezo a ver las sangres.
When I got closer, I started to see the blood,
Prácticamente por donde quiera.
basically everywhere.
En ese punto llegué yo y toqué a Nick del brazo.
At that moment, I went and touched Nick on his arm,
Pero esto fue muy rápido.
but it happened very quickly.
Ariel, did somebody tell you to say these things?
Y alguien le dijo que no le oí la pregunta, pues.
Okay. Ariel, ¿alguien le dijo a usted que dijera estas cosas?
¿Cómo lo va a hacer?
What do you mean?
Mira, dije estas cosas.
¿Quién me va a decir si eso fue lo que yo recuerdo, lo que yo vi, lo que yo viví?
Who's gonna tell me if that's what I remember, what I lived, what I saw?